Hi and welcome. We're going to dig into a wonderful piano piece by Chilly Gonzales called Chico. And first of all, let's have a listen to it. So now that we've heard it, let's dig in a little bit. I'm going to play it through nice and slowly and just discuss some of the things that are going on. If we take an F minor triad, the first 5 notes of F minor, as the triad, first 5 notes, we get that. If we take the same thing for C minor, there's the chord and there's the scale. Chords and scales, first 5 notes. If we combine that F and that C, then we get a sort of contrasting sounds that Chilly is playing with in this piece. And I don't think this is really relevant, but if we do combine them, we're in what's called the Dorian mode. But I think that's irrelevant really, because what I want us to think about more, I think, is F chord and C chord. And they're both minor. Okay, so let's just work our way through steadily, and we will come across things that run into those 2 chords. A little turn around in F, isn't it? Lots of ways we could finger that. 4 through 2 1. We could do what it says in the score, which is more tricky. Or we could do what we're going to do later, possibly, and just slide the 3rd finger. Lots of ways of doing it. I'm going to stick with what it says in the score. I'm going to land on the 5th. Why? Because we're going to need these fingers to play a few more notes to contribute to the harmony. Our F chord down there. Let's take it away from the top. And that shape is the same thing but on the C chord. By the way, these chords, sometimes we use both hands to play them. You'll see we're doing there. Sometimes the right hand plays 1 note. Sometimes the right hand doesn't chip in, sometimes the rhythm is changed, but the basic feel is that kind of thing. I wouldn't get too hung up about on whether you miss a chord out here or there. Listen to Chilly's various recordings of it on YouTube and you'll get the lie of the land. Move to C minor. Then we've got a scale So what's that? It's like the F with the leading note just before it. Then the same thing on our C chord, same thing on our F chord, same thing on our C chord. You get the idea. We might expect it to go to E flat major, but in fact it goes to E flat minor. And that landing on the fifth finger to free up these lower fingers is really tricky. I have to drill that a little bit. And all those notes are part of the tune. So they've all got to come out well articulated. So the rhythm was there, but not in there. Keep going. Another little run idea. Very similar to what we've seen before. Worth memorising, I think. You don't want to be watching we're having to read the notes playing fast like that. You've got to know these runs. Get them logged into your hand. Can I play them? Can I jump around and find them on the keyboard? Landing on our C minor. Oh, we had 3 upward things there. Another. Landing on the fifth finger. And that's combined with a left hand that's now jumping around a bit. So this is a trickier section. Go slowly. Yeah, fourth, third. Something will need to hold on to that B, ideally. Because it is the tune, and these other things aren't. And now we get the first of these descending runs. And I would do, definitely, the fingering that Chilly does as well, and suggested in the book, slide that third finger. It's great fun. Try and work out how to do that. To make it sound as if you were using the fourth finger. Make sure all the notes are articulated. We don't want that. We want tick, 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 tick. Everyone is clear as crystal. Have a lot of fun, drill it. If you can get it to go faster than I played it, go for it. I was a little bit cautious when I played it. But go nice and speedily, have fun. I got a nice F chord going on underneath. And you'll need to learn the shape of what octave am I starting at and where do I go. For this particular one, I'm using the pedal here as well. Leap back up there. And then an upward. Notice how those G's are on the offbeat, aren't they? And then we go from the very top, find the highest A flat on your piano, F minor thing going on down here, and slow up until we get to this middle section. Well, worth just drawing attention to some harmony there. That's a C dominant 7th chord. C dominant 7th traditionally takes us to F minor or F major. But we can do what's called a tritone substitution on it, which means that, hold on a minute, that's the 7th of C, that's the 3rd of C. Let's get rid of the C, that's just confusing things a minute. That's the 7th, that's the 3rd, that's the 7th, that's the 3rd. That's the 3rd of G flat or F sharp, but that's the 7th of G flat. So 3rd and 7th of C, 7th 7th and 3rd of F sharp. That is a tritone substitution, and that's why it works, because those notes are the 7th and 3rd of both chords, a C and a G flat. I'm talking too quickly, but that's what a tritone sub is. C becomes a G flat, which goes to where we like, that F minor, F major. That's what Chilly's doing here. Bar 32, let's go. I love those grace notes sliding up so that we arrive on the beat. To F minor. I quite like sliding 2, 3, 4 there. Yeah, we can't play the F with both hands. I suggest playing it in the right. Either works fingering wise. I quite like 2, 1, 2 there. There's an option, but it gets a bit fiddly, doesn't it? And then you've got to stretch up off. I think that's better. Another 2, 1, 2 thing there. I think I made a bit of a rhythm mistake there, but you get the idea. And that takes us back to the ideas at the beginning. And I think I noticed in the recording that in the score, it suggests doing that. Wow, we don't need that F. I mean, slightly less jumping around. I would stick to that. And again, I think Chilly does the same thing. Is what I often hear, but in the score, I wonder if that's, I don't know, I think it's meant to be a C, isn't it? And then here what's written is that idea that we already know, but what Chilly does is, he does this slidey thing, very quickly. I can't really do it without it sounding fluffed, but if you want to devote some time to practicing it, what fun. And I think he does something like that, which leads him to the B flat. Have a listen, but if you want the slightly more comfortable version, I do like that chord. It's a minor triad, E flat minor, with the 7th and the 9th on it. Very pretty sound. Ideally the 5th on that high one. We're down here now, aren't we? We know all this material, just repeating what we've already played. I'm exaggerating, he's put them in as well. A nice big accent on those E flats to get that ooh feeling. We know this. Our offbeat G's down the bottom. There's slightly more notes there than last time. And then from the top again. Then, really just as quick as you can, dart down to the bottom. It's the same notes, isn't it? I'm doing the 4th there. But you could do the... I can't do it quite as quickly with the slidey 3rd thing yet. Leave it up to you. And I take over with the left there, but... could go all the way down with your right hand, your call. And on one of the videos I've seen, Chilly at the end does. Why not? It's a really fun piece. I would take the score with a slight pinch of salt. I would listen to Chilly playing it. I would have a lot of fun doing that slidey 3rd finger thing we've talked about. And there are a few corners you'll need to drill, and definitely memorize those runs, and memorize the whole thing. But definitely the runs. You're going to want to know exactly what you're doing, where you're going to bring it off in a performance. I hope that's been useful to you. Take care. Bye-bye for now.